Okay, we're back with Keith, and I thought something that might be real interesting for the audience out here, since we have you here, take advantage of your skills, and we don't get action star writers or producers here very often, it would be to give you a chance to maybe critique some of our local talent.
I'm always looking for new talent, so let's see what they have to offer.
I mean, we have so many folks in the area that think that they can, you know, because they have great kicks or they have great stances or they do great kata, that automatically somebody looks at them and says, you should be in the movie. How often do you find that to be the case?
Very rarely, because we're looking for the whole package. We're looking for action as well as being able to act.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what they have.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to come back and talk in just a minute, but why don't we break away for just a second, and we got a couple of local guys here to put together a little skit for you, and let's see how they do.
All right, sounds good.
Yo, how much?
They don't even play like that.
Whoa. Somebody took the stash, man.
Man, I told you to beat me, man. I couldn't beat you.
Brother,
in the first place by
excuse me,
yourself,
brother.
man.
Watch things.
I gotta get off this corner with that. I can't handle it in this community, man.
What's up with you, man? You don't run the show, brother. You ain't man,
Do that. We can finish this now, man. Call it quits. Told you selling and dealing in this community is bad, man. You losers.
Now, what did you think about that, Keith? That was serious action,
I
wasn't
thought
it?
these guys were very talented. In fact, one of the biggest parts about fighting is the reactions. And I thought you guys did a great job of reactions.
Yeah, I've heard that the good fight scenes have more to do with the extras, how they react, than it does with the guy sometimes that's actually fighting.
That's right, and that's why so many of the extras have to be real stuntmen, because if you hit somebody and they don't move, it makes you look like you're not hitting with any power.
Now, how long did you guys get a chance to work on that?
We just started working on it today with the help of good choreographer Shifu Bone. So
Yeah, okay.
together.
But so, and a lot of people think that you guys probably would work on something like that like 3-4 hours, but in reality, you only have a few minutes sometime to put that stuff together.
Yes, sir.
I know, especially in the movies. I mean, when you're shooting a movie and you've got to get like 5 or 6 scenes in, the average fight scene, you may have just, what, a short period of time.
Well, you have a very limited amount of time to put it together. And that's a shock to most martial artists, because they're used to practicing kata for hours on end.
Mm-hmm.
And they come onto the set and they're given 5 minutes to get something ready, and they're going, wait a minute, I can't do that.
Well, the guy does what I did when I did my little shot in the movie. It went against my principle. It says, that's not my style. I mean, I wouldn't kick to the head. We never kick above the waist. And, you know, you're just a hard person to deal with. You run into those.
Oh, all the time. And it's very important to remember that it's entertainment. And even Bruce Lee said that, you know, I'd kick somebody in the street low, but I'd kick him in the head for the movies, and because it looks better. Like that kick you gave to the head there, that was a beautiful kick. But you wouldn't necessarily throw that in the street, right?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you have to exaggerate the movement. So to people coming up and say they may be good martial artists and they want to kind of break in this field, they've got to be flexible, be willing to be flexible, I would think.
Exactly, and it's very important for them to get a video camera and try some of the scenes that they run some fight scenes through and see how it looks on the video, because you learn very quickly what works on screen and what doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well, that's real good. Now, you have a movie coming up soon, right?
Right, American Shaolin. It's called American Shaolin. It'll release in early 1993 on video. So
Okay.
please go see it, and I hope you enjoy it.
And we're going to be looking for it in this area real soon, and hopefully when it opens, we can get you back on Martial Arts Showcase to kind of pump that thing up again.
That'll be great. Okay.
Okay, that's Martial Arts Showcase, and it's been great having you here. Keith Strandberg, you remember that name. Look for him in the credits, because a lot of those action films, you may not see him on the screen, but he has a lot to do with that. And thank you also, Bam, and all the guys, and we'll see you on Martial Arts Showcase. Okay, we're back with Martial Arts Showcase. We kind of went out a few minutes ago with a clip from one of your movies. That's some awesome work.
Yeah, that was from Film Fest DC, which is a promo that airs here in the DC area in the various movie theaters around town during the months of May and April, I believe.
Well, that's the point we're making. You're doing some good work. I heard that you're doing a stunt appearance actually in the new Malcolm X movie.
Yeah, I was supposed to do some work in Universal Soldier, and I gave that up because I wanted to do Malcolm. I mean, Malcolm was more important to me, and I got to do a little scene where after Malcolm is shot, and 2 of the guys who are coming out, as they run out, I tackle a couple of them, take them down a flight of stairs, and throw a couple of punches. So
look for him. That's him in that movie. And you've done a couple of other stunts. What's something else you may have done that we may have seen that?
Just recently, around Christmas time, a movie should be coming out called Meteor Man with Robert Townsend. I doubled Robert Townsend. Also played a little part, not played a stunt part in that as a gang member, kind of like. And doubled Eddie Murphy actually in Boomerang.
Well, we knew you were going to eventually get around to having to do some Eddie Murphy doubles. So you actually got to do something in the Boomerang?
Yeah, it was a real experience. And
give me one little sneaky thing in there that we may not know about the movie.
Well, actually, what I ended up doing got cut from the movie because the movie was.
Well, that's the part we want to hear about. Yeah,
it was over 3 hours long, and the fight scene that I had was in a bar, not in a bar, it was in a club actually, with the guy who did capoeira, which is the.
They cut the capoeira out of the movie.
They cut the capoeira.
The brothers always die. I keep telling them. Tell them to put that. We're going to have them put that back into the uncut version. Well, I tell you what. Let's see a little bit of your work, if you would. Let's just actually show the audience a little bit about how a fight scene is done. Before we get into that, let's have you demonstrate this a little bit. We have Willie the Bam Johnson, an aspiring star here helping you out. Right. And I'm going to back out and get out of the way.
Okay, basically, a lot of things, what goes into making a fight scene look real? A lot of times, people, if you're in martial arts and you want to get into movies, you have to realize it's a whole different area, it's a whole different thing. And I always get people ask me, you still working out? You still keeping in shape? You have to be in shape to do movies because it's not like being in shape for martial arts is one thing, but when you have to do a fight scene for 12 hours a day, over and over and over and over, you have to be in shape for that. One thing that makes that look good, though, is the angles, okay? Now, you see, if I throw a hook punch, a snapping hook like that, that might not look, that looks like something that would work in the street, maybe, bang. But on film, that would be a lot too short. So if I have him, this would be the angle. If I did like this, it looks more like a jab. So if I want to throw a hook, I have to wing it. I have to bring it way out.
I have to exaggerate the movement.
So people will think, oh man, I wouldn't throw a punch like that. You have to learn if you want to be in a movie. So as opposed to doing this, I'm going to do this.
Ah, yeah, it makes it look real.
Bigger. Plus, the angle is real important because in real life, I'm not hitting him on the chin. I'm way out here. And literally, I can be this far away. If I turn him around, you can't really tell how far away I am. I can be back here.
Yeah.
Like a hit.
Yeah.
And it's not. Okay. Same thing with kicks. Say if I'm throwing a round kick. Okay. If I throw a round kick, I can throw one out here. Well, that's a miss. Okay. So I have to put it deeper in. I have to put it deeper into his body. So I can come here.
Look real, didn't it? Look real from here.
But in real life, I'm standing here. You see where that is. It's not really in there. Yeah. Sometimes you do contact. They'll slow the film down and let you just bang and tap somebody. Okay? And what else? Body shots. Say he throws a punch here. Boom, I come down here and I want to do a body shot. Boom, when I'm hitting with the body, it's I'm actually doing a movement with my body that's helping him so it looks more real. So I'm not just going boom and hitting him in the body. I shift.
Yeah.
Okay?
Did he hit you that time, didn't he? It looked real to me. I thought
the other part is him reacting. So when you do get tapped quite a bit, you always get tapped.
Let me ask you something, Chuck. I remember someone telling me, and I did movies years ago, but I remember them saying that one of the best stars in Hong Kong at that time was, what's his name? The new Bruce Lee, not the new Bruce Lee, but Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie Chan.
And I remember them saying that the reason his stuff was so good is because he had the best stuntmen. I mean, the best, what do you call them, the guys that react?
Stunt crazy people.
They make you look good. So a big part of you reacting has to do with the guys that are out here. If they really react well, it makes you look even better.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And there are different ways of taking punches. You take a big punch, you take a punch that's not so big, you take a punch that you can stand there a little bit longer. Say if he threw a hook punch at me here, I can take it like and go ham, or I can take it like this. So I'm ready for another technique to come. Different ways of snapping your head, different ways of putting your body. So all of that is real important.
So that's a whole nother side of stunts, the guys that are giving it and the guys that are taking it. So you have, because if you got a guy here like me and you throw the punch and I'm trying to be cool, I mean, it doesn't look like anything, right?
I had a guy one time actually snap his head the opposite way into a technique by accident. You know, we're going through the fight scene, he snapped his head this way and I had a kick coming this way. So when he snapped.
And they kept that in though, didn't they?
They sure did.
Gee, let me do something real quick. Let me get you to actually put together a little quick scene for me if you could.
All right. Say we'll have Bam come in, the Bam come in, he throws a jab, boom, throws his hands, boom. From there, round kick, my fault. Let's do that again. Throws a jab, bang, bang, round kick, bang, back fist, boom. Throw a round kick here. Then we'll have this guy come in. As he comes, bang. Okay, just give
so let me see you do that.
Okay, let's try.
Let me see what that looks like.
You didn't tell me he was coming.
It was only 2 guys. No, we're just kidding. They were all, come on up, guys. Would that ever happen, though? I mean, are you that aware? Would that ever really happen? Where
well, we
you
don't
get to lock it and rock it, and
we don't
somebody
encourage
steps
people
in?
to just walk on the set and fight me. Wouldn't be too smart. Excuse me.
Oh, that's very good. Well, you guys were good, but I'm seeing that now. One of the things I saw is timing has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Has a lot to do with that.
Definitely.
You know, if this guy comes too soon, he can actually get hit. Now, they told me that, and you hear all kind of rumors that in Bruce Lee's movies in the early days, his timing either wasn't that great or he wanted to make it look even realer, so he would actually put wood in here and actually...
Right. So sometimes what would happen, guys would come in and they would get in a little too close. Actually, during the Film Fest DC, there's a part that's cut out where a guy came a little bit further over the line. I kept telling him, don't come over the line. I bounced off the wall and threw a kick, and he ended up coming over the line. I knocked him.
Knocked him out.
Yeah, so...
Well,
yeah.
We're looking forward to seeing you in some other movies, and thanks a lot, guys, for helping us out in this.
Thank you.
We're going to be looking for you in some films, in front of the camera, behind the camera. This is Chuck Jeffries. For all those folks that knew him when I knew him, this is the Bone. He's going to be out there under whatever name, Superstar. We'll be right back in just a minute with our Technique of the Week. Thank you, Bone. All right.
Look, you weren't there. Neither one of you guys were there. So why don't you just get out my face, all right? What do we got here? Added...
Has the bus come yet?
Oh no, it's on its way. Should be coming in a few
Club, that
minutes.
was a joke, man. That club was kicking like
Slam.
Hey, what's up with you, man? Hey, why you looking at my girl like that, man?
No, I was just looking that way, man. You know.
Nah, you looking at my girl, man. What you doing with my girl? Nah, you gotta go to
It wasn't even like that, bro.
Looking at my girl like that, man.
Man, honestly, it wasn't like that.
You want some trouble, something, man?
I don't want no trouble, man.
You must want some trouble, man.
Nah, bro, I don't want no trouble.
You got something.
I got you, Jack.
Okay, here we are at our Technique of the Week. Now, as you saw in that clip that just ran, we had 2 important things going on there, and this is for the youngsters. You saw the first line of self-defense was that the 2 youngsters, when they realized that there was danger, the first thing they did is look at each other and get out of there. And that's something that's very important. When you know there's something getting ready to go down at school, at home, whatever, and it might be impending danger, the first thing you can do is just get out of there. But now let's go to the scene, and let's set that scene up that we had. What we had here was a young man reading the paper, and maybe he was a little bit wrong. How many of us have not found ourselves looking at a pretty girl as she goes by? But in this case, it just turned out to be somebody's girlfriend who was a little bit uptight. But what happened here, we found ourselves being attacked. In this case, the gentleman reached for his throat, obviously trying to choke him or to take him out, and he found himself being choked. Now, there are 3 lines of self-defense we're going to talk about. Neutralizing, and then going from neutralizing to controlling, from controlling to termination. Neutralizing means, first of all, stopping the attack. In this case, he placed the thumb against the back of the hand and then rolled that hand over using pressure against the joint to stop the attack. Now, in some cases, that's enough. You can just apply the pressure, maybe the guy will take the hint. In this case, obviously, that wasn't going to do it. So what he did is moved on to the next stage, which is controlling. He stepped around, using the pressure against the elbow, he locked down. Now that pressure against the elbow, pressure here and here, was just enough to hold the man in check. Once he has him in check, he's in control, he has to determine, do I need to terminate or take him out or not? In this case, he realized there may be more danger, I had better go ahead and clean this up. So he used his leverage to slam the head into the chair. Once that's done, he is now aware, and again, staying focused, making sure that you check to see if there's any other danger. In this case, he saw the attack continuing, and he followed through as the man came in with a kick to the knee, taking him out. Now, he didn't go to the chest, he didn't go to the stomach, he didn't try to do a Bruce Lee kick across the head. He says, what are the weakest points I see? The groin, or in this case, the kneecap. He went towards the weakest point because the man was much bigger. Let me use something that will work. And he took him out with a side kick to the knee. Okay, come on up. So when you're working with it, you have to remember one of the most important things is check for impending danger and then try to stay focused. Go towards the weakest points. Not always the most colorful technique, but something that's going to save your life. Okay, remember out there, our point for this technique, let's stay focused. That's our technique of this week. We're out of here.